everyone, it's me. My name is Alanna. I'm a Canadian, but I have been living here in the UK for the last 8 years. Loads of people in the community said, Alanna, you have to react to British PSAs. They're wild. So here we are. Have a seat, get cozy, put your feet up. If you have a particular British PSA or informational film, whatever you like to call it, leave a comment down below. All I've been told is that they're pretty wild. That's all I know, but I'm very excited. So without further ado, let's go. All right, first off, this one is just called Scary 1970s British Public Informational Films. I think we're gonna have a little bit of a compilation. So get ready. I can only wonder what scary means. Here we go.
I am the spirit of dark and lonely water.
Oh.
Ready to trap the unwary, the show-off, the fool. And this is the kind of place you'd expect to find me.
Come on, come on.
But no one expects to find me here. It seems too ordinary.
Look at the
Pool is
outfits.
deep. The boy is showing off. The bank is slippery. The show-offs are easy. But the unwary ones are easiest too.
Oh my God.
It'll never take his weight. Only a fool would ignore this. But there's one born every minute. Under the
But there's
water, there are
one
traps,
born every minute.
old cars, bedsteads.
Oh,
and
this is rough.
hidden depths. Sensible children. I have no power over them.
Oi, mate, that's stupid.
I have goosebumps. Okay, so living in the UK, probably pretty helpful to have water safety. It's literally everywhere. This is, I mean, it makes perfect sense, right? Of course, you're going to be afraid of the spooky, like, lakes and things, but you're less afraid of the ponds and the rivers and whatever when you're hanging out with your friends. Fair. Everything that's being said is absolutely true. It is being said in the scariest way. Now I understand why this is called Scary 1970s, because I'm frightened. Can you imagine seeing that as a child? Seeing literally, like, what? The Grim Reaper? That is wild. I don't know. I think we are in for a shock today.
It's very likely that 400 of you will be injured in your cars tomorrow. You'll be within 6 miles of home and doing less than 30.
And it's going to happen to a lot of you ladies.
Is that who I think it is? He who must not be named? Also, sorry, he's saying women crash more often.
And doing less than 30.
And it's going to happen to a lot of you ladies. You'll be shopping.
Ladies,
collecting
you've been
liquid,
shopping,
going to
listen
the
up.
laundrette. For some of you, the face you start out with in the morning won't be the same face you end up with by the evening.
Why let it happen? Clunk, click, it's so simple. Clunk the car door, click the seat belt, even if you are just going round the corner, clunk, click every trip.
First off, wasn't expecting to see that face, but to be fair, if these are all the 1970s, then it actually makes sense. Can you imagine being told to buckle up by evil man himself? That actually might be more scary than the last one, but for different reasons. Oh, jump scare. Power lines?
Go on, get it. We're not supposed to go in there.
Go on, get
there's that
it.
down there. A gang of kids broke in yesterday. I saw them.
Go on, get it. You're gonna get stuck in the fence. Oh my God, it's literally not worth it, my guys. Go play on the train tracks instead. Oh, are we gonna see it? I have a feeling these are probably, like, quite graphic. The last one was graphic with the stitches and everything.
A 66,000-volt shock killed a boy today when he broke into a substation. The electricity board warns children to keep away from substations. Never try to get toys back yourself. Otherwise, you may not live to play with them again.
Oh! Sorry, I paused. Okay. Again, everything that they're saying makes total sense. Don't be an idiot. Don't break into the electrical stations. Your toys aren't worth it. You could die. I guess this is just like the most visceral and direct way of telling people. There's no innuendos. That's the thing. There's no innuendos. There's no like things are happening off screen. It's all very much like, if you do this, this is what happens. If you don't put on your seatbelt with scary man beside you, you will crash and go through your windshield. Here, it happens. The moral, never get in a car with Jimmy Savile. Shocking. I think these are a lot of them about Jimmy. Despite the grim reality of all these PSAs, by far the scariest thing in this compilation is 70s Jimmy Savile. Shocking. The electricity one really scared the hell out of me. I still think of it when I see a substation. It certainly kept me away. I mean, that's the goal, right? You want to freak kids out enough that they won't do it. My teacher showed the electricity one when I was in primary school. I don't know why that clip just popped into my head. I saw it over 10 years ago. It scared me. Fair. It would scare me too. Now, a bunch of people recommended this one, Bizarre Irish Anti-Speeding PSA. This looks much newer. Obviously I've never seen it, so let's just find out. Okay, bunch of kids. Are the kids gonna die? That's an honest question in this type of video. Are the kids gonna die? Someone's gonna speed and hit the school bus?
Since 2000, speeding has killed a classroom of our children.
Did you hear that sound effect? Okay, there's a lot of things to unpack right now. Number one, we just saw a bunch of kids get mowed over. Terrifying, sad, shocking. Number two, that sound effect. Okay, I don't know how you can't hear it. It's like a cartoon splat. If I was editing this PSA, I would go online and I would Google cartoon splat sound effect royalty free. That is unbelievable. They succeeded at making people laugh over children being crushed by a car if that was their goal. This is so over the top. Like, seriously, a squish noise? The squeezing sound effect is the cherry on top. The only thing this taught me is that children and gushers make the same sound. I cannot believe it. If you watched that PSA without the sound, like if you muted it and watch it, it's scary. You understand what's happening. He lost control of his car. He killed all these kids. Drive carefully. Don't speed. Like, it's very, what's the word I want? Profound is the word that's coming to mind. It's not the one that I want, but it's close enough. This is very profound. When you add in the sound and the swishing noise, whose idea was that? If you like a little bit of history, or perhaps you like to smell good, or maybe both. Did you know I run a fragrance company? Yes! Fragrance is actually kind of a weird word to say. Edenbridge.co.uk, check us out. Me and my partner make hand-blended fragrances inspired by famous people and places. But in particular, there's a big influence from the UK, British history. A big favorite is our scent called Chartwell, which is inspired by Winston Churchill's Kentish home. It smells like you're sitting in a brown leather chair in your home library, maybe with a cigar, maybe with a whiskey. It's absolutely delicious. If you're looking for a more feminine scent, one of the most popular ones is called Unconquered, which is inspired by Kent's own motto, Invicta. This one smells like English plum, jasmine, raspberry, vanilla. Equally delicious for different reasons. If you would like to support a small business, please consider checking us out, edenbridge.co.uk. That's all I gotta say. It's something that we're really proud of, and it's something that we're really passionate about. Anywho, let's get back to some more traumatic videos. Another one the community recommended, rabies means death. So interesting, we've got a PSA about rabies. Can't say I've seen that in Canada. We have rabies in Canada. We probably need one. Here we go. I love seeing the... I was gonna say I love seeing the fashion. She's not declaring it.
Is this all your baggage, madam?
The outcome of a sentimental impulse could mean a sentence of death for the animal you love and couldn't leave behind, and for you or someone like you, death in a manner that is beyond description. Whichever way you look at it, rabies means death.
Oh God, that's, again, that sound effect was spooky. I'll tell you what though, it's a beautiful cat. That's not the point of this video, but beautiful looking cat. I understand why you couldn't leave the animal behind. Again, shocking to the point. I guess that is really what PSAs need to be, right? Is shocking to the point it really sticks in your memory. Perhaps you watching remember seeing these on TV or at school or whatever. They're supposed to really get in your mind, right? And I feel like if I saw this as a child, I would be scarred. I'd be scarred for life. No, I would definitely remember it. I'm going to remember it now as an adult. Rabies means death. Don't forget it. Okay, here's another one. Broken Glass, 1973. What do we think this is about? Leaving like beer bottles and broken glass on a beach where people can cut themselves and like get infections or something. Oh, buddy, you're going to walk on glass.
The last place in the world to leave a bottle is a beach.
Oh, that was it. Hey, what did I say? To the point. What was the other word I was using? It's direct. Oh, sorry, autoplay. It's direct and to the point, and that, you know what? They didn't even have to show the kid stepping on it to know how horrible that would be. It's like a horror film, you know, when someone steps on a nail or a glass. Ugh. Not only does this PSA dive me the painful sensation of stepping in glass, it also gives me the hankering for some lemonade. This advert traumatized me when I was about 5. To this day, I refuse to go barefoot on a beach. I wonder how many people are like that. If you see something young enough that really scares you or traumatizes you, that's it, right? Like, that's in there forever. This commercial terrified me as a kid. I'm pretty sure it used to have a scream at the end. This is the one that frightened me as a child, still does. Terrifying. This is why I always leave my broken bottles in parks and playgrounds, never at a beach. If you have a favorite British PSA, make sure to leave a comment down below. There's obviously a lot, and I probably missed some. God bless to this channel. They have made the 100 Scariest British Public Information Films, part 1 of 2. You can watch this at your leisure, 42 minutes for this part. Let's just watch a little bit. This one is 1999. I thought that would be interesting. We've seen a lot of very old, sort of 70s vibes. This one is Fire Kills, 1999. And this would have been when I was a kid, so something I would have seen.
Biblock and Hoblock were out for a stroll when they saw something lying in the moon dust. Neither Biblock nor Hoblock knew what it could be, so they decided to leave the strange object where it was and go back to
It's definitely different in the like animation, right? It looks like a kid's film.
Ah, said the computer, a lighter. Lighters can be very dangerous. Children should never touch them.
Don't touch a lighter.
But
you know you're gonna do it.
Out to where the lighter was lying and secretly took it back to the moon city. The city was rebuilt. He was given the job of repairing the computer. Only his little sister Hibblick came to visit him. And Hoblock warned her. Never play with lighters. And never play with matches either. And grown-ups, keep lighters and matches away from children.
Okay, respectfully, what just happened? That has none of the oomph of the previous ones. Not even the 2009 All the Kids Died. That had almost nothing. That was stupid. I don't like this, and I do not think it was scary. We gotta traumatize our children. Do you know what I mean? This compilation, the guy put them in his own order based on what he felt was scary. So let's kind of skip ahead to see if we can get some really scary ones. This one is 2009, so even newer. NHS, I guess, for strokes? PSA about strokes? Uh-oh, warning, disturbing images. You've been warned, everybody.
When a stroke strikes,
It spreads like a fire in the brain. The longer it goes undetected, the more damage is done. To spot the signs of a stroke, you have to think and act fast.
What's the acronym? I always forget the acronym.
F, face. Has their face fallen on one side? Can they smile? A, arms. Can they raise both arms and keep them there? S, speech. Is their speech slurred?
Oh, is it fast? T?
T, time.
Time
Just
to call.
Like a fire, it's
Look at
time
that cell
to
phone.
call
I know that's not what
999
this is
if you
about.
see any single one of these signs. When stroke strikes, act fast.
Hey, I think that's good. I got spooked. Did you get a little bit spooked? I don't want that woman to die. Direct to the point. It gives you valuable information on how to spot strokes. I always forget what the acronym is, so perhaps I needed to see this. I think that was good. What do we want to rate that? 8 out of 10? It's not the scariest, certainly, but I think it's very effective. That's the word I want, effective. This one is from the 2000s about pubs. Uh-oh, warning, disturbing images, everybody.
I told you, I've already had one. I'm driving, I'm not.
You'll be fine.
I was gonna say, what is this about the pub? It's drinking and driving.
She's definitely in there.
She still is.
Stay. Not stay. Hold on. Go on, give it a look. Go on.
It takes less than you might think to become a drink driver.
That was shocking. I don't want to laugh, but shocking. Another thing that I find that interesting is you guys say a drink driver. That's what he said, right? It takes less time than you think. Hold on. Oh, we're gonna have to watch. Hold on.
It takes less than you might think to become a drink driver.
A drink driver. That's a really strange phrase in North America. We would say a drunk driver or drinking and driving or like driving drunk, but a drink driver, I've never heard that before. I've only ever heard that here. I don't know if that's like an out of date way of putting it now. I don't know if you would say that nowadays, but it always jumped out at me when I heard it because it's just it's not something that you'd ever hear in North America. You're a drunk driver. You've been drinking and driving. To the point, direct, shocking because you're not expecting it. And I thought that was a good one. Is anyone getting traumatized today? Anyway, let's let this one run. See what the next one is. Whoa, that's fast. Did anyone catch that? Carbon monoxide? You dumb idiot.
Carbon monoxide from faulty gas appliances can kill. By law, landlords must have all appliances they provide safety checked by Corgi registered installers.
That's not funny. I'm not laughing at this dead woman. Let me explain. That bit about the landlords got me. Our last landlord, I have a video on my channel. You can go watch it. We kind of had a landlord from hell. And if he ever sees this... Anyway, we woke up one morning in December and it was freezing. And we had those radiators where they would heat up at night and then it would disperse heat throughout the day. I can't remember what they're called. They've got the bricks in them. It was a new build. Anyway, long story. We get up and the radiator is cold, which means it didn't heat up throughout the night. And we were going to have all day without any heat. So we were like calling the letting agency and the landlord and stuff because this was done through an agency. We finally had like the landlord's buddy come out. The buddy's son, I think, first came out and then the father came out, but it took a while. All the fun details are in that video. The main takeaway is that he found out that the outlet, like the power source for the particular radiator, caught fire in the night. And then we found out that none of the electrics had been checked ever, seemingly. So we could have, God forbid, had a fire in the night. The radiator in question was near the front door. Could we have died in the night? Who knows? Anyway, so that just kind of got me, you know, your landlord's responsible for checking the electrics of all your appliances and stuff, because it totally reminded me of that last flat. Thankfully, we have a lovely landlord here, knock on wood. I don't want to jinx it. Anyway.
Richard didn't want to die.
It's a fast one.
But he couldn't stop himself. The collision with the car didn't kill him. But he wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
Wasn't wearing a seatbelt, so you numpty.
His journey. When he hit the inside of the car,
it's gonna be slow-mo.
That didn't kill him either. But his internal organs carried on traveling until they hit his rib cage, and his lungs were punctured, and the main artery from his heart was torn.
Oh, Richard!
And that's what killed Richard.
Don't you know? Clunk, clink, whatever Jimmy Savile said. Wear a seatbelt. Oh, that is spooky. This one is called, quite simply, Don't Put a Rug on a Polished Floor. What could go wrong? I hope we see a housewife fall. Just kidding. God, we used to be a country, eh?
Polish a floor and put a rug on it.
You dumb idiot.
Might as well set a man trap.
Dolores, you're gonna kill your husband. You daft bint.
And to think he'd only just come from the hospital.
That was a public information film.
Oh, who is that voice at the end? This was a public information film. If you make the same noise as his scream 3 times, a rug will appear in your house. This PSA feels so specific. This comment stood out. So they heard it. I don't know who Kermode and Mayo is. Maybe you guys know who that podcast or YouTube channel. This was definitely made by somebody who had this happen to them and just wanted to rant about it. That feels very true, because this is like, who has this problem? This is only a problem if it's happened to you and you were really pissed about it. Can we listen to This Is a Public Information Film just one more time?
That was a public information film.
Okay. All right, I've got one more called The Strangest 1970s Public Information Film of All. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had fun. Make sure to leave a comment if I missed one of your favorites, perhaps one of the most traumatizing. Do you have one in your brain of like one that traumatized you? Because I bet you do. Also, don't forget Edenbridge. Just throw that out there, edenbridge.co.uk. Anyway, here we go. What do we think this is going to be for?
There's too much water in that kettle. And now the lid's on crooked. And that means disaster for this lady.
For this lady?
Because she is on a boat. Don't boil a kettle on a boat.
What? If only I had known this back then, I'd be alive today. My mom was born in 63, and when I put the kettle on, my mom would often shout down the stairs, "You better not be on a boat," and I'd let her know I'm not, and she says, "Okay, that's fine." My dad boiled a kettle in a caravan, and sure enough, 40 years later, he had a heart attack. British humor. Best in the world. If you'd like to watch more content, which would be totally awesome, why not check out this one? I reacted to Bullseye, which kind of fits with our sort of vintage UK pop culture vibe. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye! Don't boil a kettle on a boat.